How can we tell if our system performance is increasing over time? This is Bill Scheid from Applied Finance Research, and that's the question we're going to answer in this video. On this slide, what we have is an excerpt from our home study course on one of our monthly systems called BMR 21. Now, there's a lot of data on the screen right here, and there is more than one way to tell if our system is increasing in performance over time. But the piece of data that I want to zoom in on for this video is right here, and this is the trade sequence plot. So let's zoom in on this and take a look at what we have here. So on the horizontal axis, we have our number of trades, and in this sample we have about 190 trades. Each trade is the performance of the system for 1 month. And then on the vertical axis we have the return of that given trade as expressed in R, as an R multiple. So we essentially have a scatter plot of the trades over time. Now, what's really interesting is the regression line that we can draw through the trade sequence plot. And this is where we can look to see if our system performance is increasing over time, decreasing over time, or staying level over time. And what we want to look at is the slope of this regression line. So here we can see that for BMR 21, the regression line through the trade sequence plot has a positive slope to it. It starts just above 0 here, and here it ends just below 1. So when we see a positive slope to the trade sequence plot regression line, that tells us that over time the performance of the system is increasing. And for me as an investor, as a trader, I very much like to see a positive slope to the trade sequence plot regression line. That tells me that going forward, statistically speaking, we may expect an improvement in system performance from what we've seen in the past. Now, if that line was flat, the way I would interpret that as a trader and investor is that we could expect system performance to be stable going forward, relatively similar to what we've seen in the past. And if the regression line had a negative slope, for me as a trader or investor, I would be concerned that future performance would not be as good as past performance. Now, we're speaking statistically here, right? Of course, we all know that future performance is not guaranteed, and et cetera, et cetera. We've all read a million disclaimers on financial information here. But what we want to do is think systematically and think statistically. And looking at the slope of the trade sequence plot regression line is one way that we can tell if our system has been experiencing improved performance over time. This is Bill Scheid from Applied Finance Research. Thank you very much for watching, and happy investing.